Yo, folks, welcome to Fellavision. As always, I'm here with my beautiful brothers, Tharp and Bryan, and the not-so-beautiful stepbrother, the ugly duckling, producer Andy. We're here back. New year. New year, new us. Holidays just passed. We got a homie Mark in the background over here. What's up, Mark?
Filmed in front of a live studio audience.
We got a live studio audience with us this time around. Anyway, folks, we all did a little bit of traveling over the holidays. I kind of want to chat to my brothers about this. What did you guys get into over the holidays? Over Christmas, I should say.
Over the holidays, my ass went to fucking Pandora. I went
to the jewelry store?
No, Pandora, fucking Avatar Land.
Every kiss
where,
begins
like,
with
you know, so I went to Avatar Land, saw some blue people, ran around Animal Kingdom, ran into Chris and Victoria.
Oh, shout out.
In
Disney?
In Disney, getting coffee, and I'm like, they're like, I hear Chris, and I'm like, where? No one's giving me my coffee. And then there's a Chris behind me calling me, and I was like, who runs into people from New York?
In Pandora. That's tight.
It's like fucking insane, but it was cool.
This is my favorite coffee spot in Orlando. I come here every day. I can go to the park.
I was like, they know me, I'm a regular.
It's been brought to my attention that I say shout out too much, but shout out Chris, shout out King's Ave Tattoo.
Honestly, I mean, it's one of the major parts of the pod. We're always shouting people out.
Yeah, dude. We're shouting people out on this podcast, so just live with it. Bryan, where'd you go?
Boston,
eh?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Got a flat tire day before Christmas Eve. Ended up in front of this guy's driveway at 9:30 at night. Had to knock on his door, ask if I could change my tire in his driveway. He had two small children, 1 years old, 3 years old. He did not appreciate my presence at 9:30 at night on a Saturday, but did allow me to try to change it. But we had 3 strip lug nuts. Long story short, I'm sitting in my car waiting for a tow. This guy's intermittently checking on me every 15 minutes or so, just
seeing what's up,
making sure I'm not trying to invade his home.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, it did seem like I was trying to, because that tow truck took 2.5 hours to show up.
Damn.
But I did watch a lot of Mr. Beast videos with
shout out Mr. Beast,
friend of the pod, Mike Russo. That guy in the grocery store, he stayed in there for over a month. But,
hell yeah. We do rock with Mr. Beast videos. We rock with grocery stores and staying in them for as long as possible. He just dropped solitary confinement for 7 days. Anybody watch that one?
I didn't watch that one.
He went crazy.
Check out Mr. Beast if you're watching this.
Yeah, you guys a solid content review. Yeah. Mr. Beast, #1, dude.
While you're on YouTube.
He's popular for a reason.
I did not go to Pandora, but I did go to Florida, which is basically Pandora.
Same thing.
Chill with the fam. The fam has been watching the pod. Fans of the pod. Shout out Jackson, my nephew. He showed up to New Year's Eve wearing a black T-shirt with Scotch tape spelled Donda, because he's gotten really into Kanye West recently.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And he was just singing to me
Kanye
West lyrics. He's like 11 or 12. Singing Kanye West lyrics to me so that I knew that he knew. Constantly.
What?
He'd be like, what's the best Kanye West record? He kept doing it. He's like, and I was like, 808s and Heartbreaks is pretty good. He's like, are you kidding me? Life of Pablo. That one's not even on the list, just going hard on it. But yeah, taped Donda to his shirt. He told me that it was funny that I was mean to Andy. My sister said that it is not funny that I'm mean to Andy.
Nice. I might agree with your sister on that.
Yeah, she said that it's not funny and that I should stop. She also gave you guys some gifts that I want to hand out.
Gift time.
In the spirit of being mean to Andy, I'm going to give him the broken one.
Dude,
I think they are meant to be like ornaments.
Yeah.
Wood-burned ornaments. There's one for you.
Oh, wow.
There's one for Bryan. Go ahead and hand that down. And then here's a broken one for Andy that I broke
this is
in my
so
backpack.
nice.
Wow.
I love how realistic it is.
Yeah.
Zoom in, dude. This is awesome.
And then she also gave me, because they watched the Dream Scenario episode, this pickle with Nick Cage's face on it.
Oh.
And apparently that's a thing. She said there's all kind of Nick Cage stuff.
Pickle
Anybody
Cage?
know why?
No.
Because he's a
Comment down below as to why, this pickle has Nick Cage on it.
Why is this happening to me?
Yeah, that's kind of what I did. Me and Tharp also, shout out Iron Claw, which should have been out by now. Went to a wrestling match in Orlando, AEW. What'd you think? I thought, wow, this is so boring.
I think JP didn't like wrestling because he got the end seat next to some weirdos.
They were not weird. They were
I
actually
was
sick.
like stuck between two wrestling fans who were having the time of their lives. So their energy was feeding into me, and I'm like, hell yeah, the lights turned out, and then Sting came out and beat some dudes with a bat, and then
That was sick, actually.
and then like fucked up some like paintings and shit like that. I was like,
yeah, there were
this is
paintings in the ring for
awesome.
some reason. I
I was
missed
like,
that.
I was having a great time, and then JP is just like over there, just blank faced for a lot of it until I feel like near the end he started to.
Well, let me tell you why.
There's a little dazzle in his eye, and I was like, what changed?
I know I've said a lot of questionable things in this podcast. Here's another one. I don't. You know what? This isn't questionable. This is actually tight. I was not having fun, to be honest. It was really quiet, which was weird. You don't hear the announcers, right? So it's just quiet, people slapping each other in the chest. And I was like kind of bummed, and it didn't seem like too many people were into it. And then I looked over to my right, behind us, there was a group of folks with Down syndrome having the time of their fucking lives.
Hell yeah.
The bros were going off, fully invested, and that got me excited. And so I would get bummed, look over, they'd be hype, I'd be like, this is actually sick. Because they think this is the sickest thing,
Because
and they're
it is.
probably
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And so I rode with them for a minute on that. I rode their wave, and it was quite nice. There was an old man with them, bigger old guy with a red T-shirt on and a red hat. I think it might have been like wrestling merch, and he just kept being like, "He's a bum, he's a bum."
Dude, that's totally my energy at any sporting event, even
Yeah,
if it's wrestling.
calling out bums.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
taking a video of Kevin Durant missing a free throw and calling him a bum, tagging him,
yeah.
making
I mean,
sure
that,
he sees
that
it.
was definitely that guy's energy.
Yeah.
But yeah, folks, we saw American Fiction this week when we got home from the holidays, and we're going to chat about it here. Brian, why don't you kick us off, man?
American Fiction's the new movie from first-time director Cord Jefferson, starring Jeffrey Wright. It's based around the family life of Monk Ellison, his character. He is a curmudgeonly writer professor, and he's having trouble navigating some family issues, but also where his academic work fits into the larger book reading market. And the movie kind of centers around him dealing with all of this, and he's going through some issues with his family, with his personal life, with his career, and in a fit of rage, he writes a book called My Pathology. Basically,
I like how you said that. My pathology.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah. He's basically mocking what people expect a black author to create, and like, you know, what how he's expected to fit in, and it kind of becomes this like monkey's paw, and his worst creation, the thing he would never actually associate his name with, becomes like fast tracked to become a bestseller. And it's funny, but it's also, you know, there's a lot else to unpack there.
Yeah, I feel like this movie was like two movies in one, where there was like a family drama that you don't get from the trailer. You kind of think it's all about the idea of him writing that like farce of a book.
Yes.
But it's actually, I would say, more about like his family and reckoning with the fact that his mom is like coming down with Alzheimer's, and like they're all gonna have to take care of her, and how they relate to each other now, coming back to like a relatively estranged family, and like coming together to fix that. And then obviously, but yeah, very different story from the book story, but I think he did a great job of like making two movies become like a cohesive unit.
Yeah.
But yeah, what'd you think of it in general, Brian?
I'm completely on board with you. I thought that watching the trailer, you get this expectation that it's going to be a romp. Like, I think rightfully so, this the liberal white audience that's sort of like begging for this content that they expect to be you know, inspired by, and like sort of like feel like they're lifting up or doing some good by like consuming the right products, is really, you know, a farce in this movie, and particularly in the trailer. But the family stuff and sort of the interiority of the monk character played by Jeffrey Wright and all of his family members, amazing cast in this movie. We have Tracy Ellis Ross playing his sister Lisa. His brother Cliff is played by Sterling K. Brown, the God.
Shout out Sterling.
Yeah, and then a lot of other you know, actors come in and play smaller parts. But yeah, I was really I based on the trailer, I was not expecting this to land with me 100%. I was a bit worried it was going to be too jokey, but
Yeah.
it was a very well done blend of drama and comedy.
A dramedy.
A satirical dramedy.
Some might call it that.
One would say.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like, shout out first and foremost, Sterling K. Brown, so fucking hot. What a good-looking man with an incredible voice.
Yep.
Turns out to be the gay brother of Monk. Honestly, though, I'd rock with being gay with Sterling, dude. He's a very good-looking man. He has a very, like, pensive way about him. But not in this movie. He played like kind of a goofy plastic surgeon who's like reckoning with coming out as gay later in his life and like having a good time and being silly. And I thought he was the best part for me.
He's going through some shit though, you know. Like he does. There is an aura of silliness around his like how he carries himself. But
yeah, for sure.
One of the best examples of this is that when they're trying to get their mother to kind of like calm down after a long day, he gives her and her healthcare worker OxyContin.
Yeah, fire move.
I'm a doctor. Like,
if I had oxys, I would definitely hand them out. That's a solid play.
Okay.
Somebody's being a little too wild, have one of these.
Yeah, it's a chill pill.
Yeah,
that's what
it's
we
literally a
give
chill pill.
Yeah.
Shout out to chill pills. But yeah, Cord Jefferson, directorial debut.
Yeah.
Usually a writer. Wrote on Succession, The Watchmen, and what else did he do? He did a couple other things.
So he started on Larry Wilmore, and then he's kind of jumped up from there. He was on The Good Place for a couple of years.
Oh, that's right.
You guys like that one?
That's what it was. I was about to say The Quiet Place, and I was like, no. That's
Also, before that, a journalist, editor at Gawker.
Oh.
How about that? The crestfallen Gawker who outed Hulk Hogan for having sex while Bubba the Love Sponge filmed in a closet. Y'all know about this?
Of course. I've seen
Gawker
that
got shut down
documentary.
for that. He was the editor during that period of time.
Oh, interesting.
So, mighty have fallen, and now he's a fucking great director, dude. So, shout out Cord. Shout out Hulk.
Yeah. You guys watch Station 11?
Loved it.
Yeah, he was also
so.
involved in that one. And I don't know. This movie is... it's funny because we'll get into it later when we go through ratings and whatnot, but it feels like a movie from another time, but the writing brings it so to this time period as well. Like the jokes land because they feel, there's some stuff that's like a little edgier, a little like, oh, like, should I say this? Or like, how do, this is a little bit uncouth, but.
What'd you think, Tharp?
I kind of like wrestled with this movie a little bit because I walked in thinking it was one movie. I thought it was going to be a bit more rom-com-y and kind of like a silly movie, and then it was a lot more dramatic. But I did think that it was a little bit lopsided in its satire because it was like it jumped into this satire idea, and then it kind of went into this like family drama and kind of left that satire thing, and it also had some like supernatural kind of like moments happen.
What?
Like the moment where there's like the guys in the room with him.
Oh, yeah, that was
reenacting.
fucking sick.
But I was like, I really liked that moment. I was like, oh, this is what this movie is going to be doing now. We're going to be playing with some like, cool ideas like that. And then we don't really get to that again till way later in the movie. So I was like, it kind of shows up at the beginning and then kind of comes back around heavy in the end. And I was like, borderline almost like Wayne's World ending here. The
scene Tharp is mentioning is when he's like writing this book, this like farce of a book, you see the characters that he's writing and like play out what he's writing in front of him and then asking him for like notes as they act. It was really cool. At first I was like,
I really liked I liked that scene a lot. I thought it was like really cool, and I was like kind of hoping there'd be like little moments like that like sprinkled throughout, but it kind of just didn't really show up until the end again.
Yeah.
What I really liked about that part is that Monk, the entire time you're getting to know him, is very aloof and sort of, you can tell he's a bit estranged from his family, not fully. Mm-hmm. Obviously, they're there, but the book that he writes as this Stagger Lee pen name, it definitely is based on this character's relationship with his father, but he oversimplifies it and he like turns it into this thing that he sees as this farce or this like this joke, but it really is based on him like having this fear of turning into his father, who was this man who is seen as a creative genius who ends up, like killing himself, like later in life because he was, so depressed and like
Couldn't be me.
seemingly filled with like, this anger that his family never really got to, fully address. But.
Yeah, I feel like first of all, shout out Jeffrey Wright. What a guy!
He's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
What a guy! Shout out Bernard, for sure. Killed it in this movie. I don't think I've seen any of his
Commissioner
films.
Gordon?
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. I don't think I've seen him be a lead in anything. I know he was a lead in the Basquiat movie.
Basquiat, yeah.
I haven't seen that though. So this is the first leading role I've seen him in, and incredible job. Also, the fits, immaculate.
Oh yeah,
my man had some knits on. Shout out knits.
Yeah.
That looked incredible. Definitely shops at Todd. Shout out Todd Snyder.
Todd
We're
for
doing
sure.
more shout outs on this episode.
Yeah.
We rock with Todd Snyder on this pod, obviously. Definitely had a few fits from Todd. Also, I Googled Jeffrey Wright wardrobe, American Fiction, and all of those clothes are being auctioned off right now. So catch me fucking surfing VIP auctions, whatever the hell, copping some of those knits, dude, because they're real nice.
They are nice. I have a blue version of one of the ones he wore that was like kind of like a warmer tan tone, and I was like,
Oh, I know which one you're talking about already. I know which
Fits
one you're
one
talking
hard.
about already.
yeah.
I was a fan of the outfit he used to meet with the studio exec played by Adam Brody. Just
Oh yeah.
Heather Gray,
Heather Gray.
muscle tank.
Oh, yeah, he looks sick. First of all,
Muscle
my man
T,
kind of got
sorry.
fit for
Yeah.
this movie, right?
For being like a
I don't remember him being jacked.
curmudgeon author nerd, also jacked. When is he going to the gym? He's never going to the gym in the
My
fucking
man had
movie.
like crazy traps.
He was looking
Kinda.
good.
I
He
feel
looked
like
good.
when I see Jeffrey Wright in a movie, he's usually wearing. He's a character who has layers emotionally, but also layers like with his clothing. I feel like he's
Yeah,
wearing
yeah.
a suit a lot. You gotta
Yeah.
think about
man's
Felix from the
also
Bond
wearing
franchise.
suits, yeah.
Hunger Games.
Oh, yeah, he's a suit guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you rarely just see the man in a casual tee. You know, he was dressing street in that moment. So
Yeah.
Yeah, as he was.
Did you guys see this one all together?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Where
we
did
had
you
fun.
see it?
we did. You didn't come. We
did
didn't
not.
invite you.
Right.
And we won't be inviting you anymore because you show up an hour late to everything.
It's fine by me.
So you're out.
Where'd
Oh,
you
yeah,
go?
where did we go? We went to AMC Empire 25, Auditorium 22. That's right, folks. 19 through 25, the top fucking floor, which you should never go to, but we
Yeah.
did go to. And upon the escalator rise, I see police, 6 of them, centered around the theater I'm about to walk into the auditorium. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? They have a guy in handcuffs. They're pulling him out of the Beyonce movie, just arresting a man in the AMC Empire. But that's not all, folks. We have more. So when we got in there, I thought, what happened while we were in the theater?
So about like 10, 15 minutes into the movie, there is like a sleeping scene, and then you hear a little bit of a snore. And perfectly timed, it's fine. Then later on, about another 10 minutes later, there's another snore and a very non-snore scene.
Yeah, very much so
And,
not a snore scene.
Then the entire theater is starting to pick up on what's going on, is that there is a large man who needs a CPAP machine,
Couldn't be me.
completely asleep in the third row. Like you'd see him like splayed out. And it's like I was able to easily pinpoint this
One
man.
of his good naps.
I mean, I
This was the loudest snore I've ever heard in my life.
Was
Because
this,
he was having.
was this a Dolby experience?
Well, that was.
Well, no, this was not Dolby. The movie was not loud enough to compete with this man, and I was just like, it sounded really good when the snore hit the screen. I was like, oh yeah, this is.
Dude, yeah, that comes
There's
from
a
come
bounce
from?
out here.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know there was Dolby in here. But
No, this guy's snore. He had like a pretty regular snore, but he had the very CPAP-esque moments where it sounded like he was fighting for his
Yeah.
fucking life, dude. It was insane. It sounded like very high-pitched squeal,
Yeah.
sort of piggy
well,
one.
that was the moment that he slowly almost died and then woke up and then would slowly fall back asleep.
Well, he almost died, and then he got up out of his seat and stood for the remainder
That
of the
was
movie,
the-
which was insane.
the most
Oh,
insane
yeah.
part is
Wait.
he was just standing there for 20 minutes. I would just check back in. I'd be like, that man is just standing. I was like, I believe that's Snoring Man, because I could see him splayed. I was like,
Snoring Man.
I was like, that's the seat is gone, and then that guy is standing there. That looks like a man who snores. He was.
So I have another tidbit for this, which I kind of just connected in my head. But when Danny and Kat showed up, they showed up a little late, and there was a guy sitting in their seat. This like older man, probably in his 60s, wearing like a very dusty brown leather jacket.
Sicko.
And Danny goes, "Oh, that's our seat," and he gets up and just left. He left the theater, and then. Later on, we leave the theater. We see Snoring Man talking to dusty leather jacket guy.
Yeah, they were just
homies.
chilling all day in the theater.
I think
that's the vibe.
That's what I was like putting together, and I was just like, he's also like I don't know, in The Critic or something like that, like a cartoon character version. He was wearing like a dusty kind of bomber jacket, very schlubby, had a perfect 5 o'clock shadow.
Guy looked sick. It was David
And I was
Tell.
just like, yeah, it was David Tell actually. But I was like, this guy drives cabs and then sleeps in the AMC during the day. Like,
it's dark.
Yeah.
The seats are comfy. I get it. Listen, me and the boys, when I was like 13, you go to the movies all day.
Yeah.
I remember specifically one time, me and a friend stayed up all night, and then we were like, let's just go to the movies. So at like 9 o'clock, walked down to the theater like a mile or whatever.
Like 9 a.m.?
Like 9 a.m.
That's outrageous.
And then, yeah, I do remember, like, I think we slept through Ladder 49. You guys remember that
Yes,
movie?
of course.
Yeah, that was one. But if I had never changed
Stinker.
my ways or anything like that, I probably would have been like that guy. It's just very funny to be 60 years old doing this.
Yeah.
I feel like...
But also being boys with somebody. Like, where did he go?
I think there's a thing going on at AMC Empire where there are a lot of unhoused folks. I'm not saying these two were, but there are a lot of unhoused folks sneaking their way into that theater.
Yeah.
And in fact, I think Beyonce arresting guy looked a little dusty himself.
He might have been snoring during Beyonce, and that did not go over.
That
well.
might have been their third homie.
The Beehive called the cops.
That might have been the third
you cannot
homie for
be doing
sure.
that. You need to be jumping out of your seat.
Where are we putting this movie, dude? Let's give this thing a rating. And then we'll move on to a little bit more of their work. Anybody want to take this
movie one? I'm putting this movie at about 6.5.
Okay.
Like, I was like...
That's a lukewarm.
I kind of didn't... I do really enjoy this movie. I liked all the elements, but I feel like it would have been better as a miniseries. They bit off more than they could chew, and I felt like the movie was a little bit lopsided. And
like with the two stories going on?
With the two stories going on, the satire and stuff. I wish that I saw the world reacting to the book. Like, you see the award ceremony and stuff like that. But I want to see, I want the monkey paw scenario to go way further.
Yeah.
And, it be, a big movie, and there's a premiere, and it's just degrade society or something.
It's funny you say that, because I've listened to a few podcast interviews with Cord Jefferson, the director, and he talks a lot about coming from TV and how he sees television as this entity that people think, golden age of television, we're still in it. It's like prestige TV, there's all this great television happening, but we're kind of past that, in his opinion, and I tend to agree. I think that a lot of the, all the work being done by television shows in this day and age is just looking a certain way, and the content is trailed apart, but also that every studio is just kind of following trends of what's popular, and they're like, we need our Succession, we need our Breaking Bad and stuff like that, and we've fallen by the wayside of actual things that are creative or original or startup almost getting.
See, I heard him say that, but I disagree. We got FX's The Bear.
I mean, that's
original content.
The Bear, but he also wrote on Succession, and I was just like, I feel like this could have been an HBO miniseries. I would have preferred 6 hours of this. Just there's just so much going on.
What are you giving it, Bryan?
I'm much higher on this movie, I think, than Chris. I think it's a 7.5 for me. I really appreciated how this movie feels like it fits into a different time of movies. I know I said that the writing makes it feel very modern, but the pace and the way the story is told, it reminds me of something from the 90s or the 80s or something. It's just a family drama with a little bit of the side intrigue of the book happening to kind of keep the plot going, but the real juice of the story is in all the family stuff and how Monk is able to sort of rebuild this bond with his family that he has sort of neglected over the past, over his adult life, it seems like. So I really appreciated the way that all of that was that played out. Maybe it's just the Boston guy in me appreciating a Boston story being told.
Oh, by the way, it was filmed in Scituate.
Yep.
Situate,
Oh,
Massachusetts.
that little like,
which is a terrible name for a town.
That little town, like the little like coastal town, looked awesome. I was like, I need to go.
Go to Situate.
Yeah.
I'm going to Situate.
I feel like I'm right with you on this one. I'm gonna steal your scale. This is a solid, just banger. It's not above.
Banger?
It's not like a crazy banger.
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't fall below. But it's at a banger.
Earlier, I was actually thinking, I was like, this is just below banger. This
Your
first...
falls below banger.
Yeah, and I was
banger.
like, there's so much that I like about this movie, but I don't think that it's totally cohesive. It's a great first-time director's movie. I think the cinematography is surprising. Like, it's like really beautiful and is a little bit different than anything that's out right now. Everything is very moody right now, and this movie is very like kind of like lush and has like I don't know, great colors.
I feel this is a compliment, but it kind of feels like it directed itself, which is it is a nice thing to say, because if you're a first-time director, you're trying to tell a story, you're very focused on the characters and stuff. Aside from all of the stuff with Monk like writing and the characters coming to life, and then the end with the multiple endings happening, it really feels like there's a very nice flow to it. So
for sure, yeah, it flows very well. I feel like, again, being that this is like two movies in one, it almost feels like I feel like they did almost too much of the slapsticky, like, here's the...
Well, I was at
like,
the end. That's why I felt like it was completely unbalanced.
I like the idea of it being like a family drama, and I like the like relationship between the siblings did give me like Succession vibes, like the bocce ball scene where Coraline, Monk, and Cliff are playing bocce ball. After the other sibling is no longer around, like them kind of like having that like moment, and then the very end where Cliff and Monk are talking, Cliff's last scene, and where they're talking about like seeing the whole you. I felt like that, like there's clearly a strain on their relationship, but like it gave me like that vibe of Succession.
We're working through it, and like we're both broken people, but the family relationship is there, and they're trying to build it even when things are falling apart around them.
That said, like, I can't relate. I'm not a broken person, but I can see them doing. Like, I am whole,
completely regular.
Yeah. I'm full and whole, and that doesn't mean like physically.
Yeah,
I could eat, but like I am connected as a human being.
All right, so my last bit is the satire could have been removed from this movie, and it would have almost been better. I feel like the satire didn't have the teeth that it needed. I feel like it needed to go harder.
You thought it was too mean.
But I was just like, I feel like the movie is great without it.
You're pissed because you're white, dude, and you're like, what the fuck?
It hit too deep for me. I was just like,
you're like, those are scarves on their head.
When you look at my shelf full of like black writer books, I'm just like, no, I didn't buy these for no reason.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anything else on this movie before we move on to the other joints?
You guys have any favorite scenes that really stuck out to you? I just want to shout out Issa Rae, Insecure, rap shit. She's awesome.
Yeah.
Very
hilarious.
Very cool, creative. Yes, hilarious. And the conversation that her and Jeffrey Wright have at the end of the movie, sort of about an author's purpose and like their relationship to the book reading market and stuff like that, and where they fit in and the work that they're doing. I need to watch it again because it struck me by surprise. This is a funny movie, but that was a very serious, like, 2.5 minutes.
She gets his ass. No, she says, like, like what did she say? Something about, like, saying potential is meaning that you don't think the thing is good enough.
Exactly.
And, like, got his ass.
Really questions his, like, whole statement of, like, what he thinks is wrong with, authors that choose to write in a certain way.
Yeah. But I feel like the bocce ball scene was, again, my number one.
The scene where they're talking, I think, was one of the strongest scenes. The scene where they're doing the multiple endings, that part, I really liked it, but it was really out of place. But then I liked it, so it's like, I don't know. That's why I'm very conflicted with this movie. But I think that the endings are also good somehow, even though I think
they're all funny.
They're not maybe not the right way to end it, but I did enjoy it.
You guys want to talk about the recommended films? You guys didn't think of any other movies that...
I was actually trying to think of some movies, but I was like, the ending is Wayne's World, but...
I mean,
it is some Wayne's World ass shit.
It's some Wayne's World ass shit. It's also the Holy Mountain, but I was like, that's too fucking arty.
Fucking... That is like... I didn't think about that. That's the only other time I've seen like what about this ending?
Wait, what happened with the alternate endings? This movie has alternate
basically,
endings?
the book wins the award of best fucking book.
Okay.
Best fucking book award.
Yeah, they're like, the
BFB.
shit fucking rocks, and they're at this really stuffy event, and then they call out that it won they cut to like a movie director being like, how should we end it? It's like, well, actually, I didn't even go up there. And then like it kind of undoes everything. Mm-hmm. And then there was like, well, what if this happened? And it's like, doodle, doodle, doodle. And then he goes up there and he's giving the speech, but then like the FBI breaks in and they fucking shoot him up because he has like an award that like could be
because he's black.
Shout out cops.
Yeah,
that's why they did it. The whole bit was like a black man has a gun, but it's an award.
Okay.
And so it was just like they just had these different endings, and then they're like now they're on the movie studio and. His brother now has like a different haircut, and they like drive off into the sunset, and it's just like.
By the way, that was the best one.
I mean, that was the best one, but
I don't really like when movies do that.
That's what I was like. Okay, I enjoyed
Wayne's World
it.
did it great.
Yeah.
This one did it great.
Yeah,
there's
it
two.
kind of just.
What other ones do you know? Yeah. Anyway, moving on. You don't know any.
It was actually all a dream.
well,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like adaptation is a good comp for that.
Yeah, I don't think I've
Jones.
ever seen that bullshit though.
The Orchid Thief, dude.
Spike Jones ass shit.
Nick Cage playing
Nick
two
Cage
guys.
is incredible.
I do like Nick Cage, as you can see by his
It's
pickle,
proto dream scenario,
which is currently stuck.
I'd recommend adaptation as a similar vibe
adaptation.
movie.
Sorry to bother you. You put
Yep.
in there.
My favorite alternate ending, it wasn't like in the movie, but it was a director's cut alternate ending that I watched. I talk about this movie way too much. The Butterfly Effect.
Dude, you fucking love the butterfly
You had
effect.
one DVD
He loves the
in high
butterfly
school.
effect.
You should check out this movie called Donnie Darko. Actually, this movie is a bit more Donnie Darko because it does
It is,
replay
yeah.
the ending. So yeah, fans of
Shout
Donnie
out,
Darko.
Shout out Donnie Darko. Jake Gyllenhaal, we love you.
There's the alternate ending of the Butterfly Effect where he goes back into the womb. You know how he keeps going back in time and
Yeah.
changing
He really
things?
wanted to make sure he got to this end. Keep going.
I've never seen this movie.
You never seen the Butterfly Effect? Come to my house. We'll watch it. I have it on DVD.
I have it on DVD. It rocks.
Blu-ray.
Yeah, he goes back in time and changes something so that things turn out better and keeps doing it. And one of the alternate endings was the
I know the
director's
plot
cut.
of the movie.
All right. Never mind. Fuck it. You know the plot. Maybe you know the alternate ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he's got it, dude. Maybe he's got it. Don't
I can figure it
speak
out.
on him when Ashton's
yeah.
involved, dude. Like,
Yeah.
just let him have his moment. He's
All
a big
right.
Ashton guy.
I figured it out. James Cameron's your guy. Judd Apatow's your guy. Whoever directed the Butterfly Effect.
Ashton
your guy.
Kutcher. No, he's an Ashton
Ashton.
Kutcher guy.
He's an Ashton guy.
Ashton must have directed that movie. No one else could have directed it.
Yeah.
No one could have done that.
No
He
one.
really likes the whole thing that went on with Ashton recently.
Yeah.
What went on with Ashton recently?
You got Google.
Didn't he? He cried on camera. I know that.
No, his boy, Danny Masterson, went to jail for being a bad boy
Bad
to
man.
ladies.
Piece
Yeah.
of shit, actually.
And he wrote a letter to the judge being like, he's actually kind of chill. Let him
got
go.
children. Think of the
Let him
children.
go.
Wasn't that show funny?
Yeah, he's like, honestly, we're funny together, and if you do this, you're totally gonna kill our vibe.
Yeah. I'll
We're
never
trying
be
to
able
do a
bring back
reboot.
Punked.
But Ashton has a company called Thorn with his ex-wife, which is about like busting child pornography. And so people are like, wait a second, dude, how are you writing this letter about like letting a predator go, but you're like catching predators on the other end?
You think
Shout
there's
out
some-
Dateline.
You think there's some like bulletin board like Epstein shit going on?
I
Conspiracy
mean,
theory?
I
Like,
think that they've let out
Follow
the
the money.
names of the fly list, and we need to check out see if he's on that fly list.
He might be, but yeah,
Andy
Thorn.
Palletta.
He's no longer the chairman of because of this whole letter situation because he tried to write for his own. Let me just say, shout out if you're gonna cancel me. I don't care. If y'all do any type of weird shit that gets you arrested, you're still my boys. I'll write a letter. I'll at least write a letter. Like I
I'll write a
might
letter.
not be your homie anymore, but I will write a letter for you.
I won't do a front-facing camera video or
Yeah,
notes
no.
app, but I will write a
Like, I'm
letter.
not gonna let you go to prison, dude. I'm gonna write a letter for you, at least.
Imagine that. Imagine, you finally get caught. You get pinched, and they got the handcuffs on you, and you're sitting in jail, and it's like all of a sudden the bailiff shows up, and he takes his big key on the ring, and he puts it in the hole. He unlocks the door, and he rolls the door open. He's like, "You're free to go." You're like, "What?" You're like, "Yeah, your friend JP. He wrote a letter."
Yeah,
It's
they're
just
like, dude.
it was really good.
Yeah, I'm fucking. Y'all don't know. I'm an orator, dude. I would go there and speak to the judge. Is what I would do.
It's a printout of the notes app, and it's like 3 sentences, and then the judge was just turned. There was an emoji in there, so it really got
He
him.
drew
Speaking
the
of
emoji.
being an orator, I'm listening to the Rise and Fall of the Third Reich audiobook right now.
I've been listening to that for 2 years.
Yeah,
2
well,
years.
you can't.
How long is this fucking?
I'm almost
book?
done. I started it like 5 days ago.
96 hours long. How much Nazi shit?
It's
do you think
It's literally
someone did?
52 hours long. He made that up. What the
You got to
fuck?
get the unabridged version.
But he's a good orator, that guy.
Oh yeah.
Hitler.
Hitler?
Oh
Good
no.
what? He's a good.
the
Good
author.
what? What is
The
he?
orator. oration.
You've been hanging out with your cousin
Speaker.
who likes Kanye too much, man.
He's got good speaking skills.
Yeah, no, he's a decent
Guyz-
speaker.
Oh, that's what an orator is?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have any questions about like pre-Nazi Germany, Hitler. I've got you.
Anything else you want to
You gotta
shout
know
out
your
about
history.
your new boy?
He's not my new boy. All right, I'm just saying he's good at talking, and that's how he got where he was.
I don't think he's good at anything.
He
dude.
basically started from the means of nothing as a scrub and was like, I'll convince these idiots to follow me, and then he did.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy. Anyway, that's Hitler talk.
That's the Hitler minute.
But yeah,
We'll be back next week with the New
I'd
York
always
minute.
wanted to listen to. I've been watching World War II from the front lines on Netflix. Shout out to that.
Is this like war footage?
It's really
show?
good. It's like recolored, restored World War II footage, and I was like, I want to know what happened before all this, because they don't go into what I like. Couldn't say a sentence on how World War II started previously.
Yeah. Do you have the sentence now?
I could. Do you? Or do you need to listen to the rise and
No,
fall?
yeah.
of the Third Reich?
Give me the sentence so I have the spark notes on this.
World War One.
Yeah.
Okay, happened.
Yep.
Germany lost.
Right.
France
And then the
Ferdinand.
Allies were like, give us literally everything you have or we'll do it again. And then the entire government was like, okay. And then the rise of power of the Third Reich was, we're not giving you shit. We're taking fucking Czechoslovakia.
take it.
We're taking
yeah.
Poland.
There was a couple things in the
Austria.
middle of that.
We're not
There was,
gonna
there was a
take
couple
it.
things in the middle of that.
Well, there's also a bit of anti-Semitism involved. I don't know if you guys know about this.
Scapegoat.
Well, that was after that. But
The
yeah.
entire
But yeah, that's basically what happened.
population.
The German population was easily swayed into following the homie because he was like, we don't owe you fuckers anything. In fact, fuck you. And then that's how it started.
It's also
That's
like
World War II minute.
Yeah, it's also not really.
That's how it happened, dude. Shut the fuck up. You don't know shit. You
Hey,
said the
dude,
book was
He hasn't
96
even
hours.
finished it yet. And he's been on it for 2
Stupid
years.
ass. You
He's
don't know
listening
shit.
to on a one
I know
and a, or
more.
a half speed.
Yeah.
Oh, also the guy who runs the New England Book Association, J.C. McKenzie, actor. He's on a bunch
fuck?
of Martin Scorsese films.
What the fuck? Who? J.C.
American Fiction.
McKenzie?
I'm trying to stop talking about Hitler.
Yeah. So about that shit. Epstein
Okay.
fly list.
What else do we have to go into again? What was the last thing? We have one more thing.
I have something I can bring to the table for you guys.
Okay.
It's New Year's. It's a new year, 2024. I was thinking that we could pass around some New Year's resolutions we set to ourselves, but make them about going to the movies. What we do here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll start. I'm gonna try to be no snack at the movie guy, which is very hard, as we have outlined time and time again on the show. We are simps for AMC. There are
Shout out
a
A-list.
bunch of amazing independent theaters, smaller places. Nighthawk, Metrograph, Alamo Drafthouse, Film Forum, all of these places in this wonderful metropolis that we could go to, but AMC,
We rock with AMC.
it's cheap, it's good, you can get there pretty easily, but the popcorn is so good. They got the Coke Freestyle machine. You guys remember the first time you saw a Coke Freestyle machine?
Oh my
Yeah.
God, dude. Yo, by the way, Danny, his CEO of his company, created the freestyle machine.
Oh,
Kay and Danny work for the freestyle machine guy.
it's so
Yeah,
cool.
it's pretty sick.
I-
He's
I
doing
rec-
something way worse now, I bet.
He's steering the ship in the right direction. He's basically going to turn their estate planning company into another Coca-Cola Freestyle 2.
What if this house had lemon lime flavor in it?
Yeah, exactly.
I recently dabbled. I rarely ever do. I do the machine, but I just hit Coke. And I was like, you know what? Let's do
Yeah.
Cuba Libre or whatever. We're doing like the fucking Coke with lime.
Wait, so hold on though.
What?
You're saying no snacks, including drinks?
Yeah, no soda.
You're just going to go in dry?
I'm going to AMC, take a walk. I'm going to sneak in a seltzer water,
Okay.
thinking, and just go seltzer mode.
I've done that.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's a
I-
lot of work though, bringing a seltzer. I like walking in there, getting my Sour Patch Kid watermelons. My
At AMC?
Yeah.
Are you fucking
This
crazy?
This guy's buying.
That's what I
them.
like to
like
do.
$7.
That's what
Yeah,
I
but
like
you
to
have
do.
$5 free dollars like all the time. I'm always
I'm
trying to
rocking
avoid
those
those
$5
fuckers.
that $5
rewards.
coupon.
No,
rewards
snacks are
awesome.
over, dude.
I
I don't
might
know what
ride
I'm gonna
with
do
you.
with my
I would ride
$5
with you
rewards.
if I could also get an icy still.
But there's so much sugar in the ice.
Let me get an icy still, and then I'll ride with you.
It sounds like you're not riding with him. You're going no snacks, but you're
That's
going
not a snack.
drinks.
Is an icy a snack?
Yeah.
I'd say it's
Listen, all I want.
Fuck!
The reason I'm doing this is because girl Andy, my lovely girlfriend, she was like, I used to not get snacks at the movies before I met you, and I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
That sounds boring, kind of.
This is completely contrast to my upbringing, where my father would microwave popcorn at home and stuff it in his sweatpants, and then walk in like June with a gigantic coat stuffed with snacks.
This is getting weird. Would he share that with anybody other than you?
No.
Yeah, the entire theater is passing around his jacket with the.
Yeah. No, we would both be in on the game there.
Do you still have to sneak shit into movie theaters, or they just let you ride with whatever?
They kind of just let you they
I
know
feel like
what
you
you're
could
doing
bring a
because
pizza if you wanted to.
I think you have to attempt to sneak it in. You can be bad at it, but if you attempt.
What's the wildest thing you've ever snuck into a movie theater? Mine's a gun. I'm just kidding, folks.
Oh man, I was gonna say like a box of Gushers. I thought I was like fucking nuts.
I think it was Danny and I brought a pizza into AMC Woodland Square
I
in
brought
Florida.
in Chipotle.
But it wasn't
before.
really. Chipotle. I've done that.
Yeah.
I
think we did that together.
A burrito's a wonderful movie theater snack because it's in the foil.
That's right.
I had a friend sneak in like an 18-pack of Bud Light or Coors Light or some shit.
Pass them out to the kids.
We were watching.
Did you see the Coco Melon
Watching
movie?
Wonka, the new Wonka movie.
No, it was a Tarantino movie. I can't remember what one it was, but
Paw Patrol.
every like 5 minutes, he would. There was just like a drop on the ground of like cans just rolling, and he got kicked out within like.
Incredible.
Yeah.
That's sick.
And made a scene.
Any other resolutions?
Oh
you
wait,
wanna
wait.
pass?
So we're
I was
back
with
on
you
this.
until you just told me that I couldn't bring a fucking icy
Also,
or get an icy.
I'll say like I don't bring snacks into movies, and it is a dark, miserable experience. It's a sad life.
You have to pay attention to
You
the
know
movie.
what though? I have a resolution for you.
Yeah.
Show up on time to
I already
movies.
said that last week.
that was in the best of 2000.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
said 5. All movies show up on time.
No, I can't.
We
do
gotta
that.
start
but I'll
somewhere.
start with 5.
Yeah, we're starting somewhere.
Yeah.
The next 3 show up on time.
I don't want to do like.
I don't want to.
I don't want
That's
to do it.
that's
I don't want
60%
to.
of his quota.
Yeah. Actually, it's not a bad idea. I could knock him out early.
Okay, cool.
All right, so I was like you guys being off snacks. I was already a little bit. I've been off snacks.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're not really
but
buying
I was
snacks.
going above and beyond because I was like, I'm also done with soda. At the theater, even the $5 coupon or the $5 bonus cash or whatever they got, it keeps pulling me in because I'm like, yeah, it's like $2.75 for like a big
nice
ass gallon
gallon
of like Coke, and I keep getting it, and I was getting a little here, so. I've been cutting it out of the last
I don't know
couple
what you
flicks.
mean, but-
Miss Marvel was my last Coke
Sody?
during a flick, and now I don't know what I'm gonna do with those $5 rewards.
Stack them.
Popcorn.
I guess I can purchase a ticket for somebody.
Get popcorn, dude.
But then I need a drink. There's no way. I'm at to sneak in a seltzer
What is
'Cause I'm
up
not
with you
paying
guys'
$2.75.
seltzer? Why is that the only option?
because
It's
it doesn't the
tasty.
sugar.
Yeah.
Because it's tasty and everyone likes it.
Yeah, I was like, I will not
Idiot.
drink a flat
God.
water during a movie.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Going up to the concessions guy and just be like, "Can I have a cup of water, please?"
Can you give me the tiniest?
A bit
Give me
of
a
water. I need
6-ounce
a
cup, and I'm gonna go to the
mouthwash
water
cup.
fountain.
Can I have a bowl of water? I need a
spot.
They do sell Dasani at AMC though.
Oh,
What the
get
fuck?
the fuck out of here!
That's
Yeah,
not
they
water.
rock it. Did y'all notice that? They sell Dasani
Yeah, they sell
at AMC.
Dasani.
Yeah,
They
because
also-
it's Coke product.
They also sell
sucks.
smart water, but it's like $9.
I'm gonna get a Sobe
Smart
water.
water is
Remember
fucking-
Sobe? Shout out Sobe. The lizard drink. I'm
Lizard
getting
drink.
the lizard drink on the next movie I go to.
Blizzard icy.
I'm gonna get Arizona iced tea and a Sobe.
Damn.
Hell
What's
yeah.
your resolution?
I
That's
don't have one. Fuck that.
Right,
Drink more ices.
we're off. We're just sneaking
All
seltzers.
right, fine. I won't buy
What
any more
if
Sour
you're-
Patch Kids.
But
I'm
you're
still
gonna
getting
get
popcorn and
a
icy
Coke?
though.
And an icy.
Legitimately, I'm not even lying. What I normally do is get a. This is not cool.
Talk
I'm gonna
about
tell
it.
it anyway.
No, it's out. We
I
got
get
photos of
Sour
this.
Patch Kid watermelon, a regular sized popcorn. I pour the Sour Patch watermelon into the popcorn, shake it up,
Wow.
and I have a Coke.
I'm used to a chocolatey version of that. I've done that recently.
Like with snow caps or something?
Yeah,
Oh,
throw 'em in.
M&M's,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, you throw that in like the.
Do they still have
popcorn.
snow caps at the movies?
They must.
They have them at the
like-
Five Below across the street from the fucking.
I'm gonna start
AMC,
doing that.
Tell you that much.
I'm gonna start going to the Five Below. They also have that candy store right there.
The candy store that we went to with
Sugar.
Cheyenne.
Yeah.
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 All right, y'all.
So moving on to movie
Some
news.
headlines. Yeah.
Some
Hit us with some headlines.
Headlines.
I don't think we have many. End of the year, not much going on in the entertainment world.
Well, the beginning of the year.
Well, there's this thing that is
God damn it.
in the past that's come to resurface. It's
What's all
something
this
about
then?
Jeffrey Wright's gold mine. You guys were talking about this earlier, and I just am not following it
First
all.
of all,
so
I didn't
want to
see
bring
this
it up.
photo of
The
him.
photo's insane. He looks so much older in
He
this
does
photo.
look fucked up in that picture.
And he looks less buff.
The only gold mine I'm familiar with is Jeffrey Wright's acting career on theater, screen, and television. You know.
Yeah, hell
But
yeah.
this is news to me. What's going on here?
Somebody summarize what this is about to me.
Andy, why don't you take this?
I didn't fucking read the
Second
article.
paragraph.
You sent it to me. Don't pretend you don't know what's going on.
Got his ass.
Tell me what's going on.
All right, let me read the article real quick. Just scroll down as fast as possible. All right, it seems like Jeffrey Wright in 2003 began a partnership in Sierra Leone where he purchased a minor stake in a gold mine, and has been trying to sort of instill some better ethical practices in the gold trade.
Gold mining business.
Yeah, the gold mining
Pull
business.
up,
Wait,
pull
so
up
he
his
just-
response though.
He
'cause I
just
think-
bought a gold mine?
Yeah, you can buy a
Yeah.
gold mine. Everyone
Matt Damon bought a zoo. He bought a gold mine. What's the fucking difference?
Honestly,
I
let
love
me just
that.
say, in defense of my homie here,
With no
I'd
context.
cop a gold
Yeah, why
mine.
do you have to defend him? I'm still not...
Because I would get a gold mine. I'm just saying that
trying to make
sounds
it
cool.
He's trying to make it more ethical. Like he's out
I
here
would
trying
get
to
a
do
gold
good
mine.
shit.
That sounds
Yeah,
like
he
a good thing to
partnered
have.
with Tiffany and Company. Everyone knows how ethical
Ethical.
diamonds are.
I
Yeah.
will say I did find a Tiffany bracelet that I really want. And if I had my own gold mine, I could easily get it.
True.
Okay.
So
How about this? Guy from Westworld doesn't like to talk about his African gold mine.
Guy from Westworld.
Bernard, yeah, hell yeah.
He does not like to talk about his gold
I
mine.
saw a tweet where he said like never happened.
Yeah, he's
Quote.
so he's denying
That might be
this
it right
ever,
there.
that this ever happened.
Okay.
Hold on. He
All
says,
right.
cool, except I don't. You're going off on falsehoods. That article is over 6 years old, and even then was filled with cynical mischaracterizations and omissions. You guys like how I just spit that out right there? We never owned a mine. We. Who's we? My involvement in
his
SL, Sierra Leone, shout out to just SLing,
Yeah.
now has been to support that same community with funding to fight COVID.
That's a classic misdirect.
So he said, yeah, he definitely tried
he's
to
just
get out
going
of it.
like, yo, we're
But what
fighting
he's trying
COVID
to say
over
is
there.
Yeah.
he like got into some business dealings that never went through. He never ended up owning it.
He never took a photo of him climbing into a gold mine on the
Yeah,
fucking New
bring
York
back
Times on
that
the
pic
paper
real
of
quick.
record.
Photo
Bring
is
back the
insane.
pic because it's so
We
good.
don't know that that's a gold mine. That
Maybe
could just
he
be
just
a hole
visited-
by the beach. That could be in L.A.
Maybe he
Yeah.
went to go check
Yeah.
it out.
Actually, that's Big Sir.
Yeah,
He's off
Big
the hook.
Sir energy.
I went
All
to
right, let me
Palm
ask you a
Springs for a
question.
weekend and
If I invited you
reported.
to Sierra Leone, I said, hey, I got a seat in my private jet. You want to go check out this gold mine? You saying no? You're not letting me take that pic of you?
I'm not saying yes.
You're definitely coming with me.
No, I'm
I
not.
don't know.
100%.
Did you see the
dude.
beginning of Uncut Gems?
Yeah, it looks
See that dude's
fucking
fucked up
crazy.
leg?
That is insane, yeah.
Yeah, dude, that
The
is
beginning
true,
of that
actually.
Speaking
Why are
of-
you looking up Jeffrey Epstein's private island right
Hey,
now?
the logs are live.
In
We're
other
talking about
Jeffrey
flight
news.
logs. Yeah, speaking of flight logs. Speaking
Wow,
of your
you
private
can-
jet.
It's insane that they're written in pen.
This is fake. That's fake, right?
No, that's real. I was like, people are talking about it now. They're naming names.
I think that's still
Who's on it?
yet
Give
to
me a
be
surprise.
I haven't seen anything.
Bill
Dwight
Clinton.
Howard? Well, Bill Clinton, we knew that one.
I think it was the frequency with which. Let's see.
When did this come out? Yeah, this is December 11th.
This is December 11th, yeah.
Full letter here. I just want to see like the.
Naomi Campbell.
Naomi Campbell went to fucking... Damn.
Just flew the flight.
Well, I feel like a lot of the folks that have been like outed as going to this island have been like, I didn't know about that bullshit.
Yeah, it's like somebody offers you a cool trip to an island. Like,
Yeah, like I'm going to the Caribbean anyway. Let me
Yeah.
just ride with you.
like,
You know,
All right, shout out Epstein defenders. Next,
I'm defending some potential
Yeah, yeah.
people on the list who
Yeah.
might not have known. Like Naomi Campbell's not going there to touch kids, I don't think. Maybe she
Which
is,
one's
but
Naomi
I doubt
Campbell?
it. Naomi
She's a
Campbell's
model.
go ahead and Google her.
isn't she a model or she? Oh, actually,
She's recently
oh,
look
okay.
how-
Can you go to the images tab real quick? No. Just the first two
Her
ones.
Jeffrey
posing.
Epstein.
Are they ever hanging out? Ah, they're next to each other. Oh, there's
Shout out
Ghislaine.
Ghislaine.
there you go.
That's a dumbass necklace though. She deserves to go to prison for wearing that stupid ass shit. Look at that fucking thing. It looks like an apple.
What do you guys think about the name Naomi?
I
It
think
kind of
it's great.
sounds like the
I
word
like
name.
it.
Naomi's a good name.
I like it.
My name? It's like trying to come up with a
Naomi.
fake name. It's like, hey, what's your name? Naomi.
Naomi.
Yeah.
Damn, look at her with what's his name?
Weinstein.
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 Why are you zooming in like that?
I'm trying to get that apple necklace. All right.
All right, any other headlines other than Jeffrey Epstein and fucking gold mines?
We
Yeah.
need some more research on this list.
Someone else on the flight logs, Tom Wilkinson, known for Full Monty and Michael Clayton, dies at 75.
Old folks movies don't care.
This is a big loss.
Except shout out Michael Clayton. We do like Michael Clayton.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is all old folks movie. That guy's old as hell.
Tom Wilkinson as a character actor carried like the 2000s and 2010s for me. He's in so many good roles. He is the mob boss in Batman Begins, and he's doing a very funny accent in that. But yeah, listen, it's well known that Michael Clayton's one of the best movies of the 2000s.
Everyone knows that.
You gotta, if you haven't hopped in, hop in. But if you can't, if you don't have the time, just Google Michael Clayton bread scene, and you're gonna get some great content of Tom Wilkinson as a role losing his marbles.
Andy just Googled Tom Wilkinson, Jeffrey Epstein.
He's trying to connect.
No
the
pictures
two
of them together.
Okay,
Now,
exactly.
he was never-
Good.
I
Rest
would
in
like
peace.
to. I would like to correct
Rest
the
in peace,
record. He
Tom.
was not on the flight log.
He was not on the.
Let's
Rest
go.
in peace to Tom not being on the flight log.
Here's one. Steamboat Willie is now in the public domain.
That's
You
right.
guys see
The
this?
original Mickey Mouse is now
they've
public
been
domain.
pushing copyright law for like years, keeping Mickey Mouse under wraps.
I'm gonna make a fanfic porn of Steamboat Willie and Winnie the Pooh just going at it. Now that they're both open.
I think we should just get Steamboat
Oh yeah,
Willie
the
on the
horror movie. Oh,
podcast.
they mentioned the Winnie the Pooh horror movie.
Is that gonna be a real thing?
No, I mean it already is.
Yeah,
I think it
that's-
already came and went. It looked fucking awful.
Yeah, because the Winnie the Pooh rights
When
they expired last year,
yeah.
and now we got Steamboat.
So now Steamboat Willie, the horror movie, is already in production.
Does that mean all Mickey? Like what can
Yo,
we not?
yo.
Does he have to have the hat on?
Pause. What if we put Steamboat Willie in the Fellavision logo?
We fucking could.
Yeah,
yeah.
there we go.
We could.
do it.
Him
Alright.
catching instead of whistling, he's catching popcorn.
Yeah, he's chilling with us. He's
Yeah.
the fourth
Yeah.
guy.
Dude, he is the fourth guy. Maybe Andy's Steamboat Willie this whole time.
Yeah.
All right. What else?
Let's see. There was one other one. Oh yeah, here we go. Obama's 2023 music bangers.
Well, why don't we
Oh
do
wait,
his
what about
movies?
his movie list? I sent it in the chat.
Oh, I don't know. I found the music list though. I didn't see the music one. Why would you put this one in the chat? Let's just put
It
the
was
movie one
literally
in.
just a screenshot of like his fucking movies.
All right. Well,
I like
you,
the
you guys,
sub-headline, Would you trust Obama with the ox?
Hell no.
Fucking Washington Post trying to Gen Z us. Get the fuck out of here, Washington Post.
Oh,
Yes,
let
I
me be clear.
would.
Here we go.
All right, what do we got?
This is
Yeah.
Obama.org. His favorite movies of music of 2023.
This
Okay.
is great, dude. I'm so glad we're
So
doing
his
this.
list, maybe whatever the fuck his name is on YouTube will comment shit list to
Wait,
Obama.
can you scroll to the middle there and we can donate some money?
How about you fucking get the list up instead of why
This
you
is all
scroll like
books.
this?
There
These
it
are all
is.
books. I'm trying to
Yeah,
find.
Go to
Yeah,
next,
those
dude,
are
and then
books.
scroll
Next
down a little
item.
bit. We can
Nope.
Keep
There
going.
it is.
There it is. Favorite
All
movies.
right.
Rustin. Haven't seen
What
it
is
yet.
Rustin?
Jeffrey Wright's in Rustin. It's a Netflix movie.
Yeah, it's
All
about
right,
it's
can we
about
get
like the
that
first gay
to,
man or something. It's about a gay
Iron
dude.
Claw? Is that helping us get to Iron Claw?
It's about a gay guy. That's what Rustin's about.
Is
Don't
it?
fuck, I'm not saying anything about it. It's just about a gay guy.
I don't know anything about the movie other than that Jeffrey Wright's in it.
It's like I don't remember who Rustin is, but it's about a gay guy.
The first three movies are things that he has worked on this year with Higher Ground.
Oh,
His production
well, that's
company.
fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
can't
Leave
put
the
those
World
at the
Behind
top.
also sucked, but shout out to Mahala.
I didn't think it sucked.
He does have the holdovers
Did
on
anybody
there.
see Blackberry? Like it just
I
didn't
didn't
look
see it.
particularly good. It looked like a broke ass version of Air.
He does
and I
have-
really did like Air.
He does have American Fiction on there.
Oh, shout out. That's our boy, dude.
Yeah.
That's right.
Donald
Hey, we
Trump's-
were still looking at that, okay?
Donald Trump.
Did you guys-
Donald Trump did
Top
not
movies of
see.
2023.
He did not put out
Go
a
back.
list.
We're trying to look at this.
Did you guys see the update that
Fucking
Obama
idiot.
did to this? Because apparently this list at the beginning didn't have the color purple on it, and then
Ooh,
he
he threw it at the end,
tweeted.
But he probably didn't watch it.
Well, he tweeted update. I saw the color purple and I loved it,
Okay.
which is like something
Fair
a toddler
enough.
says when they open a Crayola box. You know? I saw that online. But
What's 1001? I don't know what that is. Or Polite Society.
Polite Society is
dude.
the Indian movie that came. It was kind of like a Bollywood vibe.
Huh. Okay.
I don't know. It was like it almost felt like a superhero kind of.
I will say an addendum to my list of the best of 2023. I'm not sure which one would be unseated by this, but I did see Past Lives this last week. Fucking great movie. Holy shit.
good.
That would definitely be in my top 3. I just don't know which one would get kicked.
I had an addendum too. 4th of July with Joe List, directed by Louis C.K. Fuck you.
Fuck yo.
Fuck all of you.
Wait,
Fuck
it was
yo.
it was in my top 3. If
So
not-
Louis
Where did
CK
you?
a
Did
Louis
you have to
CK
pay
directed movie
99
that
cents to see
nobody's
this movie
ever heard
somewhere?
of.
Like,
no,
where
I
was
paid
it at?
$5. It was on his website. It's good.
all right.
It's very
I've
good
actually
movie.
heard good things about the Louis C.K. directed stuff recently.
Yeah.
Anything else that's a surprise on this list aside from the bullshit?
I mean, we
that
don't
he-
know what 1001 is. What is Monster?
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Isn't Monster that movie with
Let me be clear. The lore behind this is amazing. The kids are in the mechanical machines.
What about go back? Monster, wasn't that movie with Charlize Theron who's like
that's the old ass monster.
Olympic Clearance from 20 years ago?
Maybe he's just like I
He's just like
that movie.
let's throw that one on there. This has to be a monster of this year. Like,
no, it's that one. Anyway, next headline. Shout out Barack Obama. Your list kind of sucks.
Yeah. Ian Ziering? I don't really. He's in like a bunch of stuff.
Crazy name.
Holy fuck! Look at this guy. Who's this?
You've seen him in shit.
Why do his eyes look like that?
He's just
Holy
in
shit!
His eyes didn't used to look like that.
He's in like something like Shark Tornado 7 or something.
yeah.
He's like one of those guys. He gets
Attacked
into a brawl
by bikers.
Yeah.
on
Actual
Hollywood
bikers?
Boulevard.
All right, we're pulling up
Check this out.
TMZ.com.
These
Is
are the
this New York City?
bikers.
Yeah.
These are not actual bikers. These are scooters.
That guy's fat as
Those
hell.
are like mini bikes.
Those are
Oh,
scooters.
Shit.
Wait, which one is he?
Is this like a parade or something?
He's
What's
the
happening?
one.
Oh, he
that's-
just attacked that guy. He deserves to get his ass kicked.
Well, I don't know what. He's this guy.
Oh my
Right
god.
here.
These are not
He's-
bikers.
These are not
I know.
bikers. These are.
These are
Oh
scooter
my god.
riders.
He's not even getting like he's beating them up.
Yo, I
Like
think.
he's beating up an entire.
No, he's the one in the
He's
white
not
pants.
getting beat up.
Why is he getting
These guys-
assaulted by a bunch of Grubhub drivers? It's like they fucked up his Chipotle order.
He is running away.
Is this New York City?
Why
No,
did
it's
he?
LA.
Nah,
Is there a
it's
story
LA.
behind this? Why the fuck did he? Because he hit the guy first,
He was
No,
probably.
look, we're
they
gonna.
probably cut
Oh,
through
he got
traffic.
out. Oh, he got out of his
Yeah.
car.
and then he ran.
All right, so that's a motorcycle, and then there's a couple scooters around. This is a interesting.
Yeah, these are like foldable bikes. He got beat up by a foldable
What is that
bike
thing that the
gang.
guy?
They're
hit
all
him?
on,
He
like,
just hit
silly-
him with it.
They ran him over. That's crazy, bro.
He's holding his.
And he's
own
like,
now.
let me put my kickstand up so I can.
I think
get
this guy
involved."
realized that he was in way over his head.
Yeah, when the 605
Got his
boys.
ass.
Blue shirt knows what he's doing, and then he missed like crazy right there. Watch this though, because he tries to trip him right here. Keep
Yeah,
playing.
and then he starts
and he
doing some high
completely
kicks.
misses. Watch,
Oh,
That's his slide tackle.
almost got him.
If they didn't have helmets on, he would have won this.
I don't know who the fuck this guy is.
you
Shout
know
out
who
Blue
wouldn't go
Hoodie.
out like that? Michael Rappaport kind of looks
Yeah,
the same.
Michael Rappaport.
He does kind of look like Michael.
Here's what he was in. He was in Shark Storm,
Sharknado.
Sharknado.
Yeah. He's been on all the
4.
Sharknadoes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh damn, he was in Swamp Thing.
Is that a Godzilla? He was in Godzilla. Something Godzilla the series.
Godzilla the series.
Godzilla minus one.
Dancing
Haven't
with the
seen it yet.
Stars. He was in That's My Boy. You can never trust this Google.
Yeah, he might have been an
things.
associate producer
All
on
right,
some
y'all.
of
He's
these.
probably got the most views on that YouTube video than
That's pretty cool.
over any of these.
I think
shows.
that'll do it. I think that's a wrap for us. We got anything else?
I got one more thing.
Okay.
Guys got news.
Speaking of videos that have popped up over the last week, how do you guys feel about Tripod Guys?
Oh,
I'm
shit.
loving tripod.
We
guys.
talked about tripod guys last night. Do you know what tripod guys are?
I
Andy?
didn't. I tried to look into this, but I
Do you have a video that
don't
you
have
can
an
play?
Instagram.
Because this is
Of course I do.
an ideal type of situation. Do you know about tripod guys, Mark? I
don't.
Yeah.
Holy shit. So
It's like an
it's
Instagram,
difficult
TikTok
to-
trend.
Look up.
it's just like dudes filming a day in the life, and they set like. If you're not thinking about how this content was made, it's like pretty innocuous. It's just like a guy getting dressed, a guy like parking his car, and a guy like buying groceries at Target,
They're gonna
and
make
then
you
just
do the
like
puzzle piece.
putting on nice clothes and then going to like the movies. But like he's clearly the person filming it, which means he had to get out of the car, put a tripod up, and then park. Get out of the car, put a tripod up, and then order from McDonald's. Shit like that. Like really insane behavior. I will say it is kind of sick though. I would like to make one of these video diaries for myself.
I was like, it's called solo filmmaking.
Yeah. I'm gonna be a tripod guy in 2024. That's my resolution.
I feel like, and this is not to say anything bad about you, but like a lot of people in your building, your nice fancy ass
yeah.
building, that's a
Those are tripod guys.
guy magnet of
Yeah.
just being like, I'm playing my PS5, and then like all of a sudden, I gotta get up, so I'm gonna spray on my, my Sauvage,
Yeah.
and then put a beater on. Hit
Oh, here it is.
Oh, yeah, we're watching
Here's
it.
the guy.
It's getting
Does
nice
this
and
one, does
cozy.
he park in this one at all?
I think he
Yeah,
does.
look,
Yeah,
look,
he's
he's
going.
getting.
Dude, I love that he got-
the far.
Backing in is so sick.
He set this up. This is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Even just going into the elevator and then going back to get the tripod is so fucking
And
crazy.
folks, Fellavision, while I'm an anti-TV guy, this is the kind of cinema I'm here for. Because this
I
man
don't appreciate
is an
those people
auteur. He's
playing
directing.
along
that's,
with him.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's
Ooh, he's
just
hot,
a.
though.
He is fucking hot.
Holy
He's a
shit, this guy's
self-shooter.
ripped as hell. He put that jacket on last time, or is this the same?
No, he's
It's the same- it's a
looping
loop.
again.
Yeah, we're just gonna watch it a couple times.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, shoot
Dude,
this on
going
the
into the
background.
elevator is psycho behavior.
But yeah,
I want to see the bloopers of him having to run back before the
I don't
elevator
appreciate
closes.
the like Target employees playing along and not staring into the camera with like, what are you doing? Do you think he told them like, hey guys, I'm going to set up a camera?
I don't think that people talk about it. I think it just goes on set and they're like, oh god, tripod man's here.
Yeah, can I just say, you can do whatever you want in any situation at like a, Target, supermarket,
It's America.
whatever. Exactly.
Yeah.
Goddamn right.
Well, shout out to Tripod Guys. Shout out to American Fiction. Shout out to Mark in the back. No shout out to Andy. Shout out to my beautiful brothers.
Wait.
We're shouting out on this podcast.
What are we seeing next?
What are we seeing next? We haven't even fucking
We
talked
haven't
about
discussed
that.
this
We
at
haven't
all.
discussed it.
Holy shit.
Fuck.
Oh no.
All right,
I think, you know what?
yeah.
I think we're going to throw a curveball. We're going to do a movie on the streamers this time. We're going to find a movie that's on the streamers. We're not going to see a movie for this next episode. We're doing a movie that's been out. Trying
That's
a
actually
new,
that's a
new
good
format.
idea. That's a good idea because the first week of the year is pretty dead.
We're doing a new format for this next
We
step,
have a lot of
folks.
stuff to catch up on, though. We still Godzilla, Wonka. I have those
Maybe
past.
we'll be-
are
maybe
we-
we
are
do
we
one
too
on
late?
Godzilla minus
What
one.
about Wonka?
Or Wonka.
I want to see Wonka.
Wait.
Okay, maybe
Sound of Freedom.
Sound of Freedom.
Sound of Freedom.
What if we did?
All the theaters are sold out.
What if we did a Barbenheimer style thing where it was Wonkzilla?
Wonkzilla.
Why
Fellavision.
didn't Wonkzilla take off?
Fellavision presents Wonkzilla coming next week. We're going to see 2 movies.
I don't know if we can do two.
It's
But I
actually
do want to do
Godzilla
Wonka.
plus one.
I think we'll do Wonka. I do want to see Godzilla though. But let's do Wonka. What do you guys think?
I want to
Or
do
we can
Wonka.
vote. There's 5 people in the room.
I feel
Mark,
like-
you get a vote. Godzilla or Wonka, starting with you, go.
Godzilla.
Wonka.
Wonka, it's divisive.
Godzilla.
Oh, the fucking tiebreaker is Mark.
Hold on, I'm gonna move this camera now that I
Wonka or
don't need
Godzilla?
it. You're gonna be in here.
I would say Godzilla.
Let's go.
Okay, it's Godzilla.
What if there are no good screenings? If it's in theaters
read now.
20 through 28 or whatever, and I don't want to go up that high in the
We're
AMC.
doing Godzilla. That's
It
the
has to
fucking
be in a
rules.
decent theater. I don't want to watch
Next
some
week,
trash
tune
ass
in.
theater.
Godzilla.
Trash ass theater.